back and look in some previous records to find out just how it happened. That's a little bit more complicated. But it's called cash flow, the money in, subtract the money out, and that's how much cash you got. Now that is going to go, excuse me, right up here on Mike. Mike's table, Mike said at the cash flow table. Okay, cash flow table. All right. Now, are we done? Yeah, it is now December the 31st of the year. We started with you, Matt, January the 1st. It's now December the 31st, and we've spent all year going around this table. We're back now to Savannah's table, all right? Savannah's table. I tell the boss, I'm the accountant, I tell the boss, I'm going home. I got a New Year's party. It's December 31st. And can I go home? I got 10 minutes, so I want to go home early because I got to get ready for the New Year's party. He says, no. He says, have you done your closing entries? No. I haven't done my closing entries. All right? Okay. Prepare your closing entries. Now, to do the closing entries on Savannah's table, okay, it's as simple as, the concept is just very simple. So let's go back to the board, Megan. Concept is very simple. Okay, now over here we've got owner's equity in big red, right? This is what your mother lectured to you on when you used to be a little boy, Matt. If you want money, get a job. And if you want money, don't spend it. Right? Now, these are called temporary accounts. We're at Savannah's table up there. These are called temporary accounts. And the last thing I got to do before I can leave to go to my New Year's party on December 31st is make all of these accounts zero, to close them out. And take the net effect of RED and put them over into OE. It's called closing entries. It's called the closing entries, all right? Now, how do I do that? How much is in red? Back in JC's table. Okay, on JC's table, how much did we have in R? 1,200, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1,200.
1,200. How much did we have in expense? 100. As a debit, right? How much do we have in draw? 10. We had 10 in draw right there, right? Okay. Now, think in your mind. I haven't told you how to do it, but using debits and credits, how do I make this foot? How do I make this foot to zero? How do I make R foot to zero? I got to put 1,200 over here, right? How do I make 100 foot to zero? Credit that for 100. How do I make this foot to zero? Yeah, I got a credit drawing, right? But for every debit, there must be a credit. Oh, where am I going to put all the... If I credit, debit this, what am I going to credit? OE. If I credit this, what am I going to debit? OE. When I credit that, what am I going to debit? OE. That's called, Savannah, that's what you do at your table over there. All right? Now, it just closes it out. Your foot. It's just a process you go through. Now, what happens is before I could prepare a cash flow statements, if on your mind map, you look up, I'm sorry, Blanding, we don't have this for you, but see right up here at the top? You see that cash flow statement? Right there? That's the cash flow statement in the mind map. Before I do that, I teach you that by preparing a trial balance number 3. Trial balance number 3. And before what Savannah has got to do after she does her closing entries, I got to go to do the closing entries. I got to go right back to Matt, then to JC, and then down to Kyle. I've got to go back. Instead of going to Kyle, I jump right over to Savannah and prepare a trial balance number 4. Okay, or depends on how we do that. I could call it trial balance number 3 because it doesn't matter how I do it, 3 or 4. But I'm going to do a trial balance 4 times. A trial balance 4 times means I got to go through Matt 4 times. I got to go through JC 4 times. And then I got to land trial balance 1, trial balance 2, trial balance 3, trial balance 4 along the way in order to prepare the statements to do it. And once that's done, and then we prepare those. Okay, you got her, guys. Now, I want you to not even look down. I want to see if you now understand the lecture that I gave you on the accounting cycle. On the accounting cycle. See how much you can remember in exactly 2 minutes. And we're going to be cut off, but I'll see you back here on Thursday, guys, at 8 o'clock, okay? And what you need to do is buy the book and read the first 3 chapters. And meet me halfway, guys. I don't apologize for making you read. You read the first 3 chapters in that book, okay? And you see if you don't, and then start to do the assignments. And I'll ship the syllabus down to you. Okay, name me the accounting cycle. What's the first thing that happens? Transaction. From the transaction, it goes to the journal. From the journal, it goes to the ledger. From the ledger to the trial balance. Trial balance number 1. After trial balance number 1 comes adjustments. Then you prepare trial balance number 2. What's the very first statement you prepare? Income statement. What's the next statement? Owner's equity statement. Then you prepare the balance sheet. And then you prepare another statement called the cash flow statement. But before you can go home for the night, you got to prepare the closing entries. Great. Great. Welcome to accounting, guys. We'll see you Thursday. 3 chapters. Okay. Yeah. Pardon?
Are you in award that goes
Yeah,
to
fifth ward.
Do you know my dad, Scott Wheeler?
Scott Wheeler?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know your dad.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's probably my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of Gloria, I go by Danielle.
Okay.
You want this back?
Yeah.
You can easily train your facilitator.
Okay.
My grant won't come in till late, like probably next